Here at the 2023 Stanley Cup Final, Christian Hernandez with Sports Video Group. Stanley Cups are always a huge thing, but it's no bigger than this year for Warner Brothers Discovery Sports. And I'm here with two individuals, the front bench of the crew, Paul Hemming, Kevin Brown. Guys, thanks for taking the time. I really appreciate it. Paul, we'll start with you first. What's it like to prepare for a show as big as the Stanley Cup, right? The things that go into it, the people that go into it, the teamwork that goes into it. Can you explain what it's been like?
This has kind of been a 2-year process for us building to this event, and we've had 2 years to get together. We've had 2 years to bond as a crew. The crew that we've been working with on this series is a hand-picked crew of technicians across the board at all positions, and this time of the year, the NHL games being the Cup Final are the best of the best, and so far 2 shows into it, these shows from our position from a behind-the-scenes technical perspective have been the best of the best as well too. We couldn't have asked for 2 better games behind the camera as well as on the ice.
Terrific. Kevin, expand on that a little bit. The individual that we know well from the tech side is Chris Brown, right? He's kind of the mastermind and make sure that everything's kind of put together. When you approach him with your creative and production vision, how good is Chris and his team to execute that and make sure he gives you the technology possible to pull it off?
Yeah, Chris and his group are super responsive to all of our requests. I know a big emphasis from the top has been utilizing super slow-mo to help slow down this crazy fast-paced game. And Chris has really worked really well with our truck vendor NEP to accomplish that. And then I'd also say we've been really fortunate to have great partners in Canada with Sportsnet, and the ability to pool resources from them also helps to make our show look a lot bigger. So it's been a real collaboration with Chris and his group, making sure that we're also getting what we need from the Canadian rights holders as well.
Good segue, because Paul, he brought up the Great White North, and you've had obviously experience there, especially with your entities there, and also the regional level, right? You have pedigree in itself, and when you get behind the director's chair, you need history and you need experience to make sure that the fans watching at home get the full breadth of the action on the ice and what it's like to be in both Vegas and in Florida. Why is that important? Why can't you just, if someone's watching this, you can't just jump from one thing right into the deep blue waters of the Stanley Cup Final?
Yeah, in terms of hockey broadcasts in America, this event is the premier. It's the pinnacle. It's the top of all of them. I worked on big shows in Canada, many of them, but big shows in Canada don't compare on a number of levels to big shows in America. And my time that I spent 3 years at the regional level in NHL really helped me adjust to the game down here and to be able to pull it off. And without that 3-year experience on the regional level, I would never have been able to step up and be able to, do the level that I'm at now, work at the level that I'm at right now with TNT. So it's been very critical. And, with the exception of the 2010 Winter Olympic gold medal game, these games are the biggest hockey games that I've done.
Without a doubt. And Kevin, from your perspective, you're a veteran in your own right, but this guy has, like we said, the pedigree, right? So what does it mean to work with a guy like Paul? And knowing that you have a teammate like him, how excited are you to be in this position right now in Warner Brothers Discovery Sports' first Stanley Cup Final?
Yeah, it's great to hand out the first Stanley Cup. What's interesting on Warner Brothers Discovery's air, and then what's interesting to me as well is that both of these teams, this will be their first Stanley Cup too. So whether Florida wins, whether Vegas wins, whoever wins, it's going to be the first Stanley Cup in franchise history. So we'll get to have that shared history between our team and one of the teams on the ice, and then it'll always be a memorable cup for one fan base, no matter what happens on the ice. Whether we have amazing action or not, it's going to be a great Stanley Cup because someone will get it for the first time.
Right. I'm sure you guys will always think about it for the rest of your lives, too. Kevin, thank you for the time. Paul, thank you for the time. Good luck and congrats. And let's go get him for the next couple of games, all right?
Awesome. Thanks, Christian.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Kevin Brown, Paul Hemming here at the Stanley Cup Final. For more interviews like this one with Paul and Kevin, visit over to our website at sportsvideo.org.